Yeah, I mean, just just in hearing you talk and hearing Wally converse, um, it's from my perspective, I'm just trying to think of what the best way is about it because it's definitely an issue with guys. We saw it first and foremost in the bubble here this year. Guys were only able to really focus on hockey. And you could see just they came in and they were like a shell of themselves because they weren't able to do things outside of the game. And from a general manager's perspective, they thought, well, this is great. Guys are going to be able to focus on hockey. They're going to be able to do this, and to the point actually that they tried to restrict everything that they were doing from a standpoint of whether it was alcohol consumption or whether it was whatever it was. And you just saw, and again, it was an extreme situation, but you saw the individuals with like their joy of playing just dissipated, like to the point where they're just like, can I please just go home? Like I know I'm getting paid. I know there's a chance for me to go, and no one would ever say that because that would be career suicide. And I think the when you touched on it, it's identifying only as a hockey player, and with and I've seen it from the bottom up and in the top down, like everything is specialized 20 12 months out of the year. Like I could run camps here 12 months of the year, no problem. There would always be somebody that would want to go on the ice. And so this big picture perspective and this holistic approach to being able to, for the individuals, it just isn't looked at. And so from me, I have three daughters. I have one of them now that is just getting into college recruiting, and they're doing district camps and they're doing all these types of things, and trying to give them a big picture perspective in regards to other interests. And you're right, there's, regardless if it's female hockey or if it's male hockey, like there's only a window where you're going to be able to play. And
Yeah.
so the better you can prepare yourself with other interests, and it's it's a bit of a dance because yes, you want to be committed to the sport that you're playing. Yes, you want to be focused, but and we have this approach with our players is, and I say it to our guys, I'm like, hey, listen, we need them to play at 7 o'clock on October 10th. We need them to focus at that point. They have to, and so, but you don't need them to focus for 24 hours a day up until that point.
Yeah.
And you see it, like I saw it this year with the guys that, and again, the guys that were, they were eating right, they were doing everything to the letter, absolutely everything to the letter, and but their on ice performance was less than optimal, and so I guess it's and it comes from the coaches, and it comes from management, but to be able to have a better big picture perspective, so that while you're playing for sure, but especially when you're not, like there needs to be a better way to so to be able to kind of diversify your interests per se. And I think if the team is really interested in, because ultimately the team only cares about their on ice performance. That's it, right? Like that's it. Like you're getting paid $8 million a year, you better score. Now, why aren't you scoring? Right? Oh well, you went out and you did this and you did that. If they really had a big picture perspective, they would invest in to be able to have these different experiences and be able to develop players in other aspects as opposed to seeing it pulling away, but actually for their end result. So I don't know. I'm not sure what the solution is. I guess it's just more of a statement more than anything.